When the country of Brazil is mentioned, I typically think of two things, beautiful people and soccer. But there's so much more to this country than its bombshells and football. Today I'll be sharing with you about the Brazilian culture and a few other great things about the country. I've traveled to Brazil twice, so I've gotten to experience firsthand a lot of the culture and beautiful scenery. First, I'll start by telling you a little bit about Brazil, followed by information on visiting the country, and lastly, I'll tell you about the lifestyle and country in Brazil. First, let me start by telling you about Brazil itself. Brazil is the largest country in South America, so big that it's larger than the continental U.S. It covers almost half of South America and borders 10 other South American countries. It is actually the fifth largest country in the world. And it mostly has tropical climate throughout the year, and according to the Land and Culture section on Brazil by Culturgram's World Edition, the warmest month is in July. It's in January, and the coolest is in July. Average temperatures vary from region to region. Additionally, Brazil is home to a large population and political system. According to the population section on Brazil in the CIA's The World Factbook, Brazil is home to 202,656,788 million people, with an average growth rate of 0.8%. Many political parties operate in Brazil, and more than a dozen are represented in National Congress. However, parties are often unstable, and politicians often switch even after elections. Now that you know about some of the basics on Brazil, let me move on to some information about touring this country. If you ever thought about visiting Brazil, here's some information that you should know before doing so. Brazil is known for its beautiful tourist attractions. It is home to famous statue Christ the Redeemer, and that's located in Rio de Janeiro and on the Corcovado Mountain. The breathtaking Amazon rainforest is also located here. Most Brazilians rely heavily on inner-city buses and taxis as their method of transportation. Crowded roads and limited parking often make personal cars impractical to use at times. Only two cities, Sao Paulo and Rio, have rapid transit systems. The currency used in Brazil is called real. The current exchange rate from US dollars to Brazilian real is 2.66 for every $1 US. That means a Big Mac, for instance, would cost you a little over 10 Brazilian real. Finally, I'd like to share with you more about the culture and lifestyle in Brazil. Culture is integrated and influenced in Brazil. Several ethnic groups inhabit this country. Portuguese is the official language spoken, and according to the Culturgram section on language in Brazil, English is a popular second. Groups of German, Italian, Lebanese, and Japanese immigrants help maintain ethnic groups. Brazilians are warm, outgoing, and family-oriented. They enjoy hosting and inviting others over for dinner. Rice, beans, and dishes made with corn are popular staples. Brazilians take any measure necessary to have fun. Brazil tends to be a collectivistic culture. They focus on importance of structure and value. And the families are tightly knit and usually large. The communication there is very lively. Gestures are often used to express feelings and often follow a greeting. Brazilians tend to stand close to each other and touch while talking. Eye contact is very important. Recreation is important as well. Soccer is the national sport of Brazil, and pickup games known as pelada can last up to 24 hours. Listening to live music and samba dancing is often a favorite during leisure. As you can see, there is much more to learn about the wonderful country of Brazil. First, I told you a few facts about Brazil's geography and population. Second, I shared with you on visiting the country. And finally, I told you more about the country's culture. After hearing this information, I hope that you have a better knowledge of Brazil and just how diverse and unique this country